The Influence of Jacob Boehme on Blavatskyan Theosophy by Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. Jacob Boehme, 1575 to 1624, was a German philosopher, mystic and Lutheran Protestant theologian. He was born at Old Seidenburg near Görlitz in Silesia, which was then in the Holy Roman Empire and is now in Poland. He was a shoemaker by trade, but became famous for his spiritual writings. Boehme's philosophy was heavily influenced by Neoplatonism, Hermeticism, and the teachings of Paracelsus. His works were known for their esoteric nature, and he believed that to attain spiritual enlightenment, one must experience an inward mystical awakening. Blavatsky's magnum opus, The Secret Doctrine, was influenced by Boehme's ideas. She saw Boehme as a crucial figure in the history of esoteric thought and often referenced his works in her own writing. Jacob Boehme is cited 4 times in The Secret Doctrine and twice in Isis Unveiled, in which Blavatsky describes him as a theosophist. In Le Phare de l'Inconnu, The Beacon of the Unknown, she credits Jacob Boehme with carrying forward the Neoplatonist tradition. She says of him in her Theosophical glossary, "He was a natural clairvoyant of most wonderful powers. With no education or acquaintance with science, he wrote works which are now proved to be full of scientific truths. But then, as he says himself, what he wrote upon, he saw it as in a great deep in the eternal. He had a thorough view of the universe as in a chaos, which yet opened itself in him from time to time as in a young plant. He was a thorough-born mystic, and evidently of a constitution which is most rare in one of those fine natures whose material envelope impedes in no way the direct, even if only occasional, intercommunion between the intellectual and the spiritual ego." One of the key ways in which Boehme influenced Blavatsky was through the concept of the divine spark. Boehme believed that human beings had a divine spark within them that could be invoked through spiritual practice. Blavatsky also embraced this idea and believed that the divine spark, or Atma, in the constitution of man, was not just an essential part of human nature, but also formed part of the immortal reincarnating ego. Additionally, Boehme's ideas about the nature of reality were influential for Blavatsky. Boehme believed in a divine Sophia, which is often equated with wisdom. Blavatsky expanded on this idea and developed her concept of Theosophia, which she defined in her Theosophical glossary as the wisdom religion or divine wisdom, the substratum and basis of all the world religions and philosophies. Boehme's emphasis on the role of suffering in the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment also influenced Blavatsky. He believed that spiritual progress was often accompanied by hardship and that suffering was an essential part of the spiritual journey. Blavatsky similarly saw suffering as an unavoidable part of the spiritual path. In conclusion, it is clear that Jacob Boehme's ideas had a significant influence on Blavatskyan theosophy. His concepts of the divine spark, the nature of reality, and the role of suffering were all instrumental in shaping Blavatsky's philosophy. While there were other influences on Blavatsky's thought, Boehme's ideas were undoubtedly among the most important. By exploring the ways in which Boehme's ideas influenced Blavatskyan theosophy, we gain a deeper understanding of the foundations of this important spiritual tradition.